Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiriawan, and today we're going on this nice place right here in the outskirts of Yogyakarta city. This is kind of a restaurant with a nice sceneries. It's very natural looking. It's away from the hustling bustling city life, which I really like. And we're having a quick dinner here, me and my wife. And then I also think that I want to squeeze a little bit of photography time right here. And then as usual, this is part of my everyday photography challenge, where I try to photograph everything that I can and try to make it interesting almost every day. Not every day because I'm quite busy these days, but I'm still trying to squeeze a little bit of time for photography. Anyway, in terms of photography gear, I'm keeping it simple. I'm just using my beloved Panasonic GX85. I'm using this telephoto lens right now. This is the Panasonic 35 to 100mm f4 to f5.6 to get a little bit of that sort of minimalist landscape photography with a lot of negative area, things like that. Something that I might convert to black and white as well in the future using editing in post-processing. I'm also going to use my Panasonic 20mm f1.7 prime lens, as well as maybe the Laowa 7.5mm. We'll see which lens that I want to use, and I also want to photograph my wife as well, take a portrait with nice blurry background of this scenery right here. Anyway, if you want to participate in my everyday photography challenge, you can just post anything. You don't have to do it every day. You just do it whenever you have time. Try to make something interesting, and then you can post it on the link above. Keep it PG-13, so no violence, no nudity, no weird stuff. So just keep it really simple and keep it interesting, and I will try to feature your pictures in the future vlogs. Anyway, now let's start with today's shoot. Alright, so I just want to capture a simple composition involving this table and chair right here with the sceneries as a background and a little bit of maybe the lamp and the plants behind. I'm using the 20mm f1.7 with the Panasonic GX85 aperture priority f2.0. I'm going to stand back a little bit to get everything, and I'm going to focus on the table and the chairs and just snap the pictures. It's currently raining now. It's a little bit cold. It's f2 by the way, and I got ISO 200, 2/50th of a second, and oh, something's off. Focus bracket. Alright, let's try it one more time. I forgot to turn off my focus bracketing. Alright, I got a little bit of the chair on the right, so I'm going to move a little bit, and perfect. Alright, I think another composition here. I want to capture those trees on the background, as well as a little bit of this field right here, and also this garden area below. It's currently raining, so I want to be very quick with this particular photo right here. I'm with the 20mm f1.7 GX85, and it's drenching wet right now. My camera is soaked, so I'm just going to be really quick. I hope that you can see what I'm doing, and I'm just capturing the field area as well as the garden area with the trees in the background. Very simple vertical composition, something like this. Yep. Alright, now I have my wife over here, and we're gonna shoot a quick environmental portrait again with the 20mm f1.7. I'm at f2.0, and I'm going to do a horizontal composition, trying to get her on the center with the background. It's f2.0, so I'm hoping I'm getting a little bit of background blur, and I hope that the photo will turn out nice. I'm going to go a little bit closer, just want to get more of that background blur. One more time. Alright, another composition involving portraits of my wife, and I want to do vertical this one with the scenery as a background and a little bit of that fence right there, and also I want to get as much background blur. So again, 20mm f1.7. I'm going to go a little bit closer and just trying to get that background blur. Excellent. One more time. Excellent. One more time. This looks really nice. It's a very simple composition. It's currently raining, so I don't want to be too long because she'll get wet and we'll get sick after this. So we're gonna do it as fast as we can. We're gonna go a little bit closer just to get more background blur. Straight. Yes, excellent. something like that. Yep, that's really nice. One more time, and one more horizontal. Just want to close in and kind of get that background blur. I want to increase the exposure a little bit, so I'm just using the exposure compensation dial to compensate for the exposure, the brightness level. And yes, excellent. One more time, we get a very similar composition as before, and I'm still doing portrait of my wife, still with the 20mm f1.7. I kind of like this side better because we have that palm trees behind and also the field and the garden. And I'm just going to take a quick portrait of my wife, very simple, f2.0 with exposure compensation, about +1 stop of exposure. Excellent. One more time. Yep. Excellent. I'm going to do horizontal as well and get a little bit close to her because I just like that background to be blurred. Yep. Alright. One more time. This looks really nice. I want to take one more time. Yep. Excellent. Alright, so I want to capture now just a quick scenery photography involving that little truck down below and that building back there with the garden as well as the palm trees and whatnot. A very simple vertical composition, still with the 20mm f2.0 aperture priority. I keep everything else automatic. I'm at exposure compensation about +1 stop, so I'm getting brighter image overall. Yep, I'm focusing on the trucks. Alright, I think I want to do a little bit of minimalist kind of landscape photography involving that palm trees on the background with as much sky as possible. And yeah, I want to get something like this, a silhouette photography, minimalist landscape photography kind of thing, you know, just for fun. I might convert it to black and white later, we'll see. I'm at 35mm and aperture priority f5.6. Let's try. Yep, I want more of the sky actually, so something like this. Excellent. Okay, maybe another candidate for minimalist landscape photography involving the trees back there with the tree right in front here. I'm still with the 35 to 100mm. I'm at about 60 maybe. I want to try to get rule of thirds kind of image. A third on the top will be the sky, and then a third of the middle will be that palm trees behind, and then a third below will be this kind of light green tree right here. So yeah, I'm zooming a little bit to about 70 because I think it makes more sense. Let's try to capture it. Yep, something like this. I want to focus on the tree in front here, not on the palm trees in the back. I'm just going to select whichever tree looks best, and something like this I think makes a lot of sense. Yep, one more. Excellent. Alright, so I think I potentially found something. You see over there, there's that hills, and then also a little bit of that forest area of the greeneries. I want to capture that with the 35 to 100mm and I'm at aperture priority f5.6. I'm going to zoom in all the way to 100mm and try to capture the hill area. Let's see. I want a little bit less of the ground, more of the sky and the mountain itself, the hill I mean. There's that, you know, a pole sticking out from the ground and it's kind of distracting. I don't know if I can remove that in post-processing or not, but yeah, this is the composition that I like the most. Something like that. I'm at f5.6 and it's getting darker now, so I don't really get low ISO, but I'm just going to use DxO Pure Raw to remove noise if there are any. Right, something like that. I kind of like the composition. Let's try vertical this time. Maybe I can find something. I'm waiting for a motorcycle to pass by to get a better composition. Yep, something like that. Maybe one more time. 3, 2, 1. Alright, excellent. And that wraps up today's video. So that is all for today's video. I hope that today's video is interesting and inspiring for you. Makes you want to go out and try to shoot something. Also, just a quick reminder for you, don't forget to participate in my everyday photography challenge. Once again, the link will be provided on the description below as well as right here. And that is all for today's video. Thank you and goodbye.